we are going to look at dependent current and voltage sources. When we look at dependent sources, the idea is the voltage and the current provided by these devices, they are dependent on some circuit variable that will typically be identified in the circuit. Okay. So let me first give you an equation that that shows the relationship between the different variables in a dependent source. Okay, I like to express the relationship as output is some gain times input. Okay, the input can be voltage or current, and the output can be voltage as current as well. So this can be voltage or this can be current. That's the output. The input can be voltage or it can be current as well. So if you have a voltage input and voltage output, you have what is called a voltage controlled voltage source. Okay, that looks like this. A voltage controlled voltage source where the input is a voltage and the output is a voltage as well. So if you look at the relationship between the input and output, V output is some gain times alpha times V in. Okay, that's a voltage controlled voltage source. Now let me duplicate this and then style it to be that color, maybe a bit bolder. So you can have the input to be a voltage and the output to be a current. Okay, then you have a voltage controlled current source. Okay, your output current is what makes it a current source, and your input is a voltage. Okay, that's what makes it a voltage controlled device. Okay, your input is the controlling variable and output is the current source. Okay, so similarly you can also have this. Let me add a page here. I'm going to duplicate all of this. Now you can also have a variable in which an element, an independent, so a dependent source in which the input is current, okay, and the output is voltage. So this becomes a current controlled voltage source. Okay, not a voltage controlled voltage source, but a current controlled voltage source. Let me see if I can change this, style this to a more conspicuous color there. Okay, and on the other hand, you can also have a dependent source in which the input variable is current and the output variable is current as well. So that makes this a current controlled current source. And then there are different variables. The output, I output, is beta times I input, where beta is the current gain factor. You can look at the units for this, amperes per amps, or it typically does not have units but shown in different contexts using some units. So when you have an output current, it is appropriately shown using an arrow, and when you have an output voltage, that's shown using plus and minus symbol. So in effect, what we have is 4 dependent sources. Okay, a voltage controlled voltage source, a voltage controlled current source, a current controlled voltage source, and a current controlled current source. And then if you were to write out the equations here in terms of the output and input relationship, you'll see that the output is some gain times input. Output is voltage, input is current. Okay. Similarly, in terms of a voltage controlled current source, you have V output or I output is alpha times V input. Okay. Now this is actually beta, or this is actually mu, or the voltage gain. Okay, and then the output relationship here is such that V source or V output is some gain times Ix. Okay, now you have the gain parameters for each of these dependent sources.